So as I said a few days ago, here's part 2 of a video that I was working on that turned out to be like 12 minutes long. So here's part 2. Enjoy! Now I'm going to kind of talk about mental distraction from pain, because I've found that, you know, when I've been in a lot of pain, when I do something that requires me to think about something else, it's been helpful in my pain. So I found that Sudokus have been a really good one for that, because you have to like really think about what you're doing, or, you know, having a good conversation with somebody, or watching a really good television show, or doing some math for whatever reason you like doing math, or write a blog, or do a video, or whatever you need to do to really, really take your mind off it. Like, you don't want to be thinking about the pain at all. So mental distraction is another big one for me. Just trying to think of what else I've been doing for these past few weeks. Oh yes. Staying as active as possible. I know the reason I laughed like that is because there's most days it's like, yeah, no, not gonna do it. Yeah, you gotta, you have to, you know, do it with me, everybody. We need to stay active, whether it's stretching or, you know, going for a short 5-minute walk. 5 minutes, that's all that's all you need on your worst day. 5 minutes, whether it's stretching or walking or yoga, whatever you're into, 5 minutes of it. That's all you need. Come on, people, 5 minutes. We can do that, okay? Even if it's the slowest walk of your life. If you can't manage 5 minutes, do whatever you can, but you can't just sit there. It's going to make your pain way, way worse. And exercise is really, really recommended for people with fibro. On that note, don't overdo it. You don't want to be doing way too much and then end up in way more pain, which is what I did one day when I went to the gym and I went swimming and I went in the hot tub and I went in the sauna. And that turned out to be way, 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 way too much for me, and I ended up stuck in bed that night. Oh, rash. So exercise, but don't overdo it. Another thing I'm going to recommend is to keep a journal. I've been keeping a journal since I was really, really young. I have a lot of them. I'm not talking a pain journal. That's a different story for a different day. I'm talking about a written journal because I've had several people contact me, shout out to you guys that I've talked to, that feel like they're alone, okay? And I understand that feeling, and this is really, really serious because feeling like you're alone, you're gonna set into a spot where your depression's gonna be really bad, and that's really not gonna help you. And so, you know, my thought process here is you need to let out your emotions. And as people with fibro, sometimes we feel like we can't, and that we need to be strong, and we can't always be strong. We need somewhere to let it out. So a journal is a really, really good place, because that's for you. It's for you and for nobody else. If you want to share it with somebody later, that's fine, but it's for you, for where you can be completely, you know, honest with yourself. And I found that I've cried pretty much every day of my flare, but at the same time, I've written things down in my journal that I haven't been able to talk about, whether it's because it's too hard, or I just don't want to, or I can't at the time. You know, I think having a journal where you can write is really important. And I know a lot of people have, you know, hand problems, and I've had that too. So the option there is to keep an electronic journal, like on your computer, in a locked file if you need to. But I find, you know, letting it out in that way where you write it down is really, really therapeutic, at least for me.